Before stepping into the third declension of nouns, recall the forms of first and second declensions. All first declension nouns, like puella puellae or nauta nautai, are identified by the ae ending on the second form. Thus, first declension endings must be used on those nouns. On the other hand, nouns like amicus amici and aurum auri belong to the second declension because of their I ending on the second form, and will thus use second male and second neuter endings respectively. The third declension introduces a new set of patterns in noun endings. Consider 3 examples of nouns which belong to the third declension: rex, regis, m period, soror, sororis, f period, and nomen, nominis, n period. Noticeable properties of these 3 nouns, all belonging to the third declension, are the presence of all 3 genders, male, female, and neuter, a common ending of is on the second forms, and an uncommon ending among the first forms of all the nouns. Since the is the one common trait, it is how third declension nouns are identified. By dropping that is, you can use any other case ending, which are separated into 2 different charts for this declension, one for male and female, the other for neuter only. Since there is discrepancy between the endings on the first forms of third declension nouns, it's called a variable form, as noted in the nominative singular spots in the charts. Thus, the first form of every third declension noun is known as its variable. Notice in the third neuter chart that the variable repeats itself in the accusative singular spot. It is the same variable that is used in the nominative singular of a neuter word. Use the example of rex regis at the bottom as a guide. Rex, as provided, is the nominative singular variable for this word. For the remaining forms, the is is dropped off the second form, and the third declension endings in the masculine gender is used in its place. It is important to note that the rules for adding noun endings are very clear in that the second form is used as a base. Up until now, you may have coincidentally gotten by perhaps dropping the a or the us off the first form of a first or second declension noun and then adding an ending. But the technical rule for all nouns in Latin, regardless of declension, is to drop the ending off the second form and add whichever ending is appropriate.